In a town the size of LaGrange, you're going to run into people you work with. It's like you work with them, you play with them, you worship with them in every aspect of our lives.
I think it's part of what draws us and keeps us all here is that we really feel so much that we're part of a community that we're all important in, that we're all a part of, that it's special to be here, to be part of LaGrange.
I have known Charis for over 30 years, and I think that Charis took it on very early to be a part of the community.
I really had thought that I would spend my year in my residency and move on somewhere else, but after being here, realized that the people that you take care of are the ones that you see socially out in the community or as you're running your errands or going to the grocery store, and they all are committed to each other.
Charis came to LaGrange 40 years ago as an administrative resident at West Georgia Medical Center. She has been in LaGrange associated with healthcare for 40 years.
Charis is very much a long-distance runner. She never stops. She's always innovating. She's always bringing new services to our patients and our community, things that are really needed here.
At the core of any hospital, I think that's what we're about. It has to be every day a servant leadership mentality, and I just absolutely think Charis exemplifies that in a very low-key way. She really doesn't want the limelight, but she absolutely is focused on making sure that patients receive the best quality care they possibly can.
Charis has had direct responsibility for the development of a number of our initiatives that become part of our local system of delivery. That includes our 150-bed nursing unit, which is Florence Hand Home long-term care facility. She's played a key role in oversight of our development of plans and initiation of construction for a comprehensive community cancer center. That following the establishment of a new Georgia Heart Clinic, which is now part of West Georgia Health. She's played an integral role in our recruitment of medical talent to our community. She's also been responsible for our development of a wound care center here at LaGrange. I would say she's got a Midas touch. She succeeds with just about everything she touches.
When Charis and I were getting to know each other, she was driving me around, showing me different parts of the community, and we came by hospice, and she said, you know, I helped build the hospice with Dr. Ely Calloway. And I said, really? And it turns out that had been her thesis project in college, and I was just so amazed. But I think there's so many things in the community that Charis has been involved with, particularly at the hospital, that those of us on the outside have no clue. I think she's involved in almost everything that goes on at the hospital. She's really just, she's a force to be reckoned with.
Very infrequently do you get the opportunity to actually work on a project such as a thesis and then it becomes reality. And fortunately, I was hired here after my graduate studies and then set forth working on developing the hospice program.
We did a pro forma, which we had to pretty much make up because there was nothing to base it on from any other programs. Came up with a budget, and we started the program on just probably a few $1,000s for office supplies.
Really, no one knew about hospice at the time, and there was no federal Medicare or Medicaid reimbursement, very few regulations, no licensure for it. So it was really a from the ground up type of project.
Charis had a general expectation of perfection. And one of the things I distinctly remember was right after she hired me, and we took 6 months to go visit places and study, and I kept thinking, I just need a few more weeks before we take our first patient, just a few more weeks. And one day she sat me down and she said, okay, you have till December 1st, and either we see patients or we're not going to do this. And by golly, we saw patients on December 1.
We were embraced by the community and embraced by the medical community, and over the years developed a very vibrant home care program We did not have, however, inpatient hospice beds. And some of the families at certain stages of their loved one's illness or the patient's illness really needed the inpatient facility. We received a letter from Ely Calloway stating that he was interested in funding a project in healthcare. We were thrilled when we received the letter back that that was the project that he was most interested in. And from there, we continued to develop the architectural drawings that were begun by Kathy's daughter, Lee, and then built the building and had an opening then in November of 1996.
If we could dream it, we found a way to do it. I sat in my office in the front here many times and come out and greeted a family coming in, and they walk in the door and they're petrified. They've just been told that their loved one is going to die, and a lot of times when they come here, they knew that it was not going to be long. But they would walk in the door and you could see this breath come out and this sense of relief and fear go away. And calmness. And they go around the corner and get settled in their room and tell you, I never thought it could be like this. And had she not had the foresight to do this huge project, hundreds and hundreds, probably thousands by now, of families would have not felt that. These patients would have died in the hospital, probably hooked up to tubes and drains in excruciating pain, and not having felt this comfort and love that's felt here with a nurse standing over them and singing, or a volunteer coming in and singing their favorite hymns, or being able to have their pet in their bed with them if they so chose. None of that would have been possible if she hadn't said, okay, let's do this.
Look at the animals. See all the animals? Do you see the monkey?
Why does it not have seats?
It doesn't have. I see it too. Welcome aboard. This is
Welcome aboard the Jungle Bus, boys and
Drama.
girls. Come on up here.
I think that she doesn't realize how much impact she has on people just by the way she acts, the way she leads gently and encouragingly. But she really has influenced so many people in so many positive ways at church, at Rotary, and certainly through her work at the hospital, but even with her work at United Way, and I'm sure through Junior Service League.
In just a minute, a very special lady is going to get on the Jungle Bus. This is a lady that worked together with lots of community people to help the Jungle Bus get started. Do you think this is a cool thing? Mm-hmm. Me too. I think it's very cool. I don't. You've been on here before, haven't you?
She just has that way of calm, collected leadership that she's leading you, but you don't feel you're being led. You're just being encouraged and helped along to do your best. And that's the way Charis is.
Eliza and Darwin dash back towards the combee.
Ew, I never want to eat bugs on my tongue.
Do you think she's eating ants? Look, can y'all see the picture? Look, she's eating some ants.
Well, they all good protein.
They are good protein. That's exactly right.
I never want to eat ants on my tongue. Don't make me sick.
Oh, that's That's true.
Charis is not one to show any bravado. She's a very humble leader. In many cases, she was teaching me how things would be done.
She's just never been afraid to take that step and say, we're going to do this. And I think when she says we're going to do that, people jump on board and say, yes, we can.
Her zeal to raise the bar of healthcare in LaGrange and Troup County has made this hospital a better place, and that's made the community a better place as well.
There are a lot of people that can say, well, I helped with this program, or I did this, or I did that. Charis did it all, and did it all 110%.